On today's podcast, I talked to my good friend Bobby, both self-isolating from our respective homes, and we just talk about kind of everything that's going on since the last podcast, and and how the world is changing in response to this pandemic. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so you can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
I don't know what happened.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Well, welcome to a very special edition of I'm Probably Wrong About Everything, where we are in the middle of a lockdown, lockout, quarantine, social isolation, social distancing. There's many names for it. And it seems that everybody has a different understanding of what that means and what it looks like. So, Bobby, before, when we were talking and then it kind of got cut off, you were talking about where you're at with this. Now I can't hear you.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Oh. I just heard you there. You said, yeah, now I can.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
What the hell?
What are you doing?
I did nothing. You said you can hear me, so I was like, okay, cool. And then I said something to you and you didn't respond, and then you started going and I'm like, hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Well, it's weird because I unplugged my headset. I'm just gonna leave them out.
Okay. Just use your speaker. Like your speakerphone.
Yeah. I'm just gonna use that now.
Where are you?
You can hear anything that's going on. Just in my basement.
Is it Wi-Fi connection there good? Okay.
It should be, yeah. I just reset it, so.
Yeah. Bobby is reporting live to us from Tora, Afghanistan.
Yeah, it's a long way from home.
So what's going on for you?
Well, I just noticed that there was a back porch moonshine on my counter, so I'm going to try it out. It's apple pie flavored.
Jesus. Well, you know what? Okay, so great segue into this whole thing.
Oh, can I report?
Yeah.
It's not good.
It's moonshine.
Yeah, but it tastes like cinnamon hearts, and I do not like cinnamon hearts. Yeah. I'll give it a 0 out of whatever scale you want.
What's the alcohol percentage
on it? 20%.
That's not moonshine.
Yeah, I think it's just called moonshine. This is BS. Is what this is.
Moonshine is like demon liquor. It's like 80%.
Oh yeah, I got some.
Everclear?
No, it's Croatian brandy, which is practically moonshine.
Well, yeah, because social drinking in Croatia is not the same as social drinking in Canada.
What's the difference? You don't do as many shots.
Hard in the liquor.
Canada does.
Well, Jen has some like Serbian plum rye or something. Well, plum vodka. I don't know what it is. And it looks toxic. Thank you.
Well, it is. All alcohol is 2%.
Good point. Well, yeah, this whole thing has made it a lot harder. Like, being an active person is great. You go to the gym every day, stuff like that. I've been drinking a lot more beer lately since this
Have you?
whole thing has been going down. I don't know about you.
Well, I'm drinking about the same, which is still a decent amount for an above average for a human being,
Right.
I'd say. Yeah, I've come to realize that I have a problem because I got iced. And if anyone doesn't know what an ice is when you find a Smirnoff ice, just kind of anywhere, it's usually hidden, and then you got to just slam her back.
Yeah.
And I told myself I was going to take an evening off drinking, and my sister iced me, and I was like, this was at like 4:00 in the afternoon, so I was like, all right, I'll just have this, and that's it. Well, I continued to have 8 more that night.
Smirnoff Ices.
Oh no, like liquors, but I think most of it was White Claws and a few beers.
Yeah, what?
Oh, and a shot.
What's so special about these White Claws, anyways?
I don't know. They taste pretty good.
Because millennials are going crazy over it.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of one of those. It's like the neutral nudes, but for the States.
Oh, I gotcha.
And then they brought them up here, so now everyone's going crazy. They are pretty good, though.
Like, there's no sugar. Oh,
no.
Okay.
At least they're. Have you had one yet?
I had one. Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good. Oh, it's a hard seltzer.
Hard seltzer, which is like.
There is a gram of sugar in it.
Well, that's the thing that people don't understand is that alcohol, when your body converts it in your liver, it converts it to sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
That is true.
I'm pretty sure. Some people are like, it's sugar-free, but it's high liquor. Well, there is sugar in it. It's processing through your liver. Yeah, but okay, so my question for you, Bobby, is how are you staying sane through all of this?
Well, two ways. Luckily, I was kind of born as a natural introvert, and I usually spend a lot of time by myself. So this quarantine kind of stuff doesn't really affect me.
Well, I tell people I've been social distancing for 30 years.
Exactly. Yeah, this is nothing new to me. I've actually had not many, but a few times in my life where, between jobs or, maybe like during school or something, I just have like a summer off or something. But I could go like a week or a month and just hang out at home and do nothing.
So what would you do?
Watch some TV, play some video games, work out a little bit, take the dogs for a walk kind of thing, and just, I don't know, do a puzzle. I'm very easily entertained.
And that's the big thing. We have to stay entertained. I'm just turning my phone off.
Exactly.
So the biggest thing is that, and I talked to Jesse with this in the last podcast that we did, but human beings are social creatures, and for a lot of us, this whole, like, you still have your family, right?
I do still have my family.
You're not really completely isolated.
I'm not going the full, like, 24 hours not seeing anybody kind of thing. Or, like, seeing one person.
So you're not a nomad, right?
No.
But you're able to kind of be a little bit reclusive, and that's something that you've kind of done for many years, correct?
Oh, for sure.
So what's the other thing? You said there's two things.
Yeah. The one thing is I'm just naturally, cool with being alone. Well, I guess the second thing was that I'm just easily entertained. So what that means is, like, for example, I should actually probably get back to it, but like I have a step ladder that I just decided I was going to paint some funky things on. And so during my time where I'd come home from work and I was just bored, I'd paint my ladder. Another thing I was thinking of, like I got a caulking gun, and I was thinking of making like some caulking sculptures.
Can you actually do that with your caulk?
I've never made sculptures with my caulk before, but
I guess you did hardens, right?
Yeah.
Well, it
What's that, sorry?
hardens, right? Caulking hardens.
It does hard over time, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it gets. I don't know. I just I got a lot of things. Like I'm a creative person, so I'll figure out something to do. I'll put something, I'll color something, I got some drums and some guitars and stuff I can play on. I got a dartboard. Like there's things I can do.
Knives hidden in all possible places in your house.
I got knives hidden.
Yeah. The weirdest thing is I can never find them either. It really freaks me out because I look for them and I can never find them. And then you'll like flip over the back cushion of the couch. There's like 3 knives there.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess that's kind of the definition of hidden.
Yeah.
So no one can find it anymore.
But I mean, this whole thing, it's exposed. I think it's exposed a degree of humanity that we didn't really know was there, but is definitely there, and that's mass fear. Mass fear, hysteria.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we live in a pretty comfortable place in the world. Really, not even relatively speaking. I mean, we live in a pretty comfortable place in the world, and this happens, boom, and we're almost brought to our knees.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of people kind of, I don't want to call them freaking out, but I guess they are freaking out. But like on Instagram and stuff, where they're in 2 weeks of their actual stay-at-home quarantine, and there's people trying to like golf toilet paper onto like bottles and all this kind of like. Have you seen all the sit-up or push-up challenges and all those kind of things on there? Like I find it's an equal parts boredom and kind of losing their mind, but also equal parts trying to be one with the community that you still have on social media.
There's a sense of connection in these challenges, that makes sense. Right? Are you saying that there's like a sense of connection in these challenges?
I believe that's the point of them. On some of them, one's like you're just chugging a beer is just that's just normal. Those challenges
you don't have to
happen.
Ask me to do that.
Yeah, exactly. But no, like I've seen a couple people. I don't know if they're just trying to be funny or if they're actually kind of losing their mind. But you kind of have like those day 13, and my boyfriend's going crazy. And I saw one where he just tried to have like a mini basketball and shoot into a hoop with his feet.
Right. But is that going crazy, or is that just people trying to find ways to,
find humor and kind of exaggerate a little bit, I think.
Because crazy to me, like, is The Shining. Are you familiar with that movie?
Yeah.
It's a movie where, the guy locked up in a winter cabin with his family, and he's a writer, and it sounds great on paper, but then, he eventually goes crazy. I've never seen the film, but that's just the general synopsis that I understand. Premise. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that to me is crazy. But
yeah, he goes to a hotel.
Yeah, it's a hotel, yeah. But
yeah, Ice Nine Kills does a pretty good song called "Enjoy Your Sleigh," and it's a song about The Shining. It's pretty cool if you want to check it out.
Yeah, those guys do all kinds of classic murder movies and stuff. Well, one thing is for sure, I look like a crazy person because I like my hair. I've got my hair cut, and I got like bat wings going on. No pun intended. No pun intended. In regard. But yeah, I got like on the sides of my head. I'll wake up in the morning and one side is like flapping upwards, and the other side is going downwards. So it looks like I have a tidal wave for my head. And I mean, the biggest you have to take care of yourself, right?
Yeah, and how are you taking care of yourself? Because I've gotten some pretty funny Snapchats from you. Speaking of people that might be going insane, but you are a little bit insane in your own regard on a normal day. So
it doesn't.
It's hard to differentiate whether it's effective.
I don't need a federal demand to stay at home to explore the craziness within my mind. You know, I have a pretty good grasp of it. I'm in close relation to it. But for me, I mean, we've been going on like 6K walks every day. Cooking nice meals because I find it kind of funny, like people ordering skip the dishes, like, well, how many people are handling that food? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But
also, that's kind of not the point. Like people are handling the food and then someone's grabbing the food to give to you.
Yeah. It's in their car. I mean,
yeah.
I just think it's like, I'm sure they have, regulations and stuff on it, but I haven't actually been on,
but like
on some phones and stuff, they have calibrators of how much time they spend on their phones. And I'm not sure if I've spent much more, like drastically much more time on my phone than before. Because being on my phone is something I've tried to limit because it's just time wasted for me for the most part, unless I'm doing something like this. Going for walks. I figured out I have a library card, and you can get ebooks online, so electronic books. And I'm reading them on my my little tablet, so that's pretty cool. Doom Internal, yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. But again,
how is it?
Dude, it's unreal. It's unreal. There's some parts in it that I'm like, this is kind of dumb. Like there's platforming. You know what platforming is? Like Donkey Kong. There's areas in it where you platform, and it's like, okay.
No, it's not ringing a bell.
Yeah, well,
can you explain it?
Platforming?
Yeah.
It's when in a level, the primary way of achieving your objective is through jumping across obstacles to get from point A to point B in a level. So an example of this is Mario, Donkey Kong, or Sonic. Is that good?
I hear you.
Was that
I
clear?
Got okay. Yep.
Would you say that's a good definition of a platforming game?
Yeah, so was Super Smash Brothers when you'd have to step on the platforms.
Yeah, but no, the only way you beat Super Smash Brothers is by defeating your enemy, though.
No. I just mean the specific level when you're going through the story mode. And is it called jump on the platforms, or do you remember? It's like a side level.
Oh yeah, in the new one.
No, in the old one, the first one.
Yeah, I kind of.
Anyway,
we digress.
I know what I'm talking about, but I do have a grasp of what.
So, but in Doom, you're like jumping across platforms, but it's like a first-person shooter. So to like control it, it's difficult. And it's like, what is this doing in a Doom game kind of thing? But anyways, other than that, the game is unreal. And there's also this one enemy, he's called a Marauder, and he has this like shield, and you can't shoot him, but he also has this like spirit dog thing that will like come and attack you. Super friggin' annoying. And you can't like kill him. And you're just like, what the hell is this bullshit? But anyways, other than that,
Like you can't, or it's difficult.
he's like the hardest enemy to kill, and he just like he'll just like charge you and messes you up. But then you have like 37 other enemies around you, and you get cornered, and you're like, "There's no way out of here," and then you die, and you're like, "That was stupid."
That's when you just drop the controller and go, "Yeah, I'm done."
Yeah. Well, it's when I work on my discus throw. Only my discus is my controller, and I throw it through the TV. Which I have not now. But then that's when I'm like, "Hey, Jen, we're going for a walk."
Yeah. You got to throw it against the wall because you know a painter.
That's true. Well, yeah, but I don't know a drywall.
We can do it all.
Okay. Yeah, Terbicki, TV, we do everything.
Yeah.
But
especially the dang drywall.
Yeah. Well, the other thing though is, for me, going to the gym is huge. Like that's how I get rid of a lot of pent up energy, right? So I've been working out a lot at home. Luckily, I have these dumbbells that you can move from like 15 pounds to 90, and that's been very helpful. So, but I think about people.
So you just getting yoked?
I'm getting absolutely yoked, right? But
well, that's good.
Yeah. I mean,
that's good. I've been running a lot more
on your treadmill,
which is good. Treadmill, and I went outside once, which is cool.
Yeah, you went to the dump.
Well, that was just for a walk, but yeah.
Oh, you went jogging outside.
No. Yeah, like across my house there.
Oh yeah, that's like.
Well, I did want to tell you about. So, I've been working every normal day, Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
During this pandemic here, and I have officially decided that I'm staying home.
When are you starting that?
So I'm ending off the week, but technically I'm done at the job site as of today. But we do have some other work that we're going to do, but at our own storage place. So it's just going to be me and my.
Well, is this going to be you and who?
And Trav, my business partner there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've couple. When the last couple weeks, it's been just like the foreman and the flooring guy, and so we see the same 4 people every single day, and it was like,
this is
a glass, and then the electrician's in there this week. The plumbers have to come back in, and it dawned on me where it was like, this is exactly what we're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Well, in Vancouver, they're fining people for that.
Yeah, and I imagine everything's just going to get shut down in the next week or two anyway.
Yeah.
But it's better that the people do it by themselves first before rules get put in, because as soon as rules get put in, then those dang governments get all the control.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's the right decision to make.
Yeah,
because I was talking to a friend of mine, Marcel, and he knows people, all walks of life, all over the world. And a buddy of his, friend of his, whatever. Her uncle, was living in London. He died from it. He's 56.
Oh, wow. That was
gone like that. Pardon me?
I said that.
Yeah, he's 56. Wow. And he was healthy.
That's crazy.
He was healthy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and then this other, I know of another person. I won't release their information, to protect them, but I know people who have worked with this person, and they got sick. They're dead.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. But the thing is that he was not a healthy person.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Was he a younger person as well?
No. Why, he was, he was in his late 50s, early 60s, something like that. But he had health problems.
Right.
Right. So, but the thing is this: it's like, young people, they hear, okay, this is how I'm kind of thinking of it, right? I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I believe I have a good immune system. I believe that if I were to get this, I would be fine.
Yep.
However, I don't want to spread it to somebody and then it go to some old person, because I know older people, obviously, you know, my aunt, my uncle.
Yep.
It killed them, and then I'm the one who's responsible for that.
Precisely. And I think that it took me not too long to realize that. Once it started getting serious, where it was like, because at first it was like, is it going to kill me? No? Okay, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Then you come to the realization, it's like, well, I'll be fine. But what about my dad? What about my mom? Or if I give it to anybody else, you know, I'd feel horrible. Absolutely. And just the overall spread of it too. I don't think people realize, because I think they think that once you get the symptoms, then you have it. But you could have it.
But it takes a while for it to incubate.
Yeah, you can have it up to like 2 weeks prior.
Yeah.
So just because, like, to be honest, I could have it right now and I would have no idea.
Yeah. Well, I could have it, and you know, you might not even get sick at all, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and then of course there's people that are like they're giving, like, it's almost like it's such a weird, strange climate that this thing is taking place in, because in this digital age there's so much information, but it's not all factual information.
True. Yeah.
Right? There's so much hysteria. Like, the spread of hysteria is so much more actualized because of social media.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if it was just the news, you know, we could turn that shit off, right? Because really, they're just repeating the same information. Wash your hands, stay home.
Yeah.
If you're feeling sick, don't go to the hospital. Like, it's just the same shit 24 hours, day in, day out. And then they'll have occasionally new blimps where it's like, hey, just so you know, it sticks to steel for like 9 days. Right?
Yeah.
But now we have social media, and we have people giving all this crazy information about people spitting on food.
Oh, I saw that.
Doing all kinds of crazy shit, which is not cool.
Nope.
But then we're thinking we're looking at that, thinking that it's the rule, right? Mm-hmm. Thinking that that's just what's going on everywhere, which in turn is making us paranoid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Paranoid.
So I
paranoid.
I think that, well, just paranoid that, like, that, you know, everybody's going to get this. We're all going to, you know, we're all going to die, kind of thing. Like, that this is the global apocalypse.
Right.
Right.
I've heard people call it the apocalypse too.
Yeah. But the thing is that if you listen to the information, you stay home, you quit dicking around, you wash your hands, right? It's going to pass. But you have to respect this, right? Because you have people, it's like, there's lots of different camps. There's people who, you know, I've equated this before to, do you know much about the bubonic plague, the Black Death?
Other than what you just told me, no.
Okay. So it's a pretty interesting historical period. The bubonic plague started in Italy and then spread across Europe, right? Mm-hmm. And just devastated Europe. During this time, people didn't really understand diseases, right? Because they were being spread, you know, they just didn't really understand how they worked.
Right.
And through this, they started to really develop kind of like modern medicine, you know, or things like hygiene and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Still, obviously, a long way to go, but this is when they started to realize, like, you know, hey, maybe we need to not sit around near sewers and stuff like that. We need to circulate the water. Anyways, but there were people that, while this was all going on, the bubonic plague was spreading and people were dying in like the thousands. There were still people that were going out partying, you know, not respecting social distances.
Mhm.
There were other people that were trying to sell quote unquote remedies, you know, so people didn't get the disease. There were people, you know, praying, all kinds of crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And the kind of similar things that were happening then are happening now. And it kind of just explains the interesting idiosyncrasies of humanity and its relationship with fear.
Yeah.
Right? You have people who don't give a shit or pretend like they don't give a shit. They go out in public places, but then they get everybody sick. You got other people that are freaking out. They lock their doors, things like that. You have other people who are trying to sell you like all kinds of weird information.
Or toilet paper.
Yeah, that too, right?
Actually, my little side note, my buddy told me today that he knew of somebody that it was in like Yarrow or something. It doesn't matter. But they had bought a pack of toilet paper and then took out all the individual rolls and then were selling each one for $5, which is like illegal. Because you can't take you can't just take individual ones out of the wrapper and then just sell them individually. But that's like to your point, that's a fear-induced, like they're preying on the fear of other people.
Yeah, that guy's a piece of shit.
To make a profit, yeah.
Yeah, all those people, you know, like there's this other guy, he bought all the meat at, you know, a Save-On or something.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he's keeping it for himself. He wasn't going to resell it. He's keeping it for himself. That guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's
right.
I think,
and then he was saying, what's that?
Oh, I was just gonna say he's a lower grade piece of shit than the people that resell.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still,
the people that resell.
But shit. Yeah. My mom.
No, but.
Sorry, continue.
Go ahead.
No. It's delayed a little bit, so every time you talk,
we're having a Canadian standoff.
Oh, okay. Finish your point.
Well, but this is fear, right? Fear, you know, we're looking at what percentage of the population is actually reselling toilet paper? What percentage of the population is actually hoarding, right?
Yeah.
Probably a low percentage.
Probably a small one, yeah.
But when we see it, because it's so unsettling, again, it's like a weird feedback loop. But those people that do that are selfish.
100%.
Right? And again, that kind of goes back to, you know, humanity. It's there are a lot of selfish pieces of shit out there. Right? You have somebody. What's that?
I was gonna say there's kind of two sides to that, because I'm sure there's the person that will hoard everything for the sake of like nobody else getting any, and then there's the person that's actually scared, fearful. That's like, if this does go south, I want to make sure that I am prepared.
Okay. So if it does go south, is wiping your ass as important as feeding yourself?
I was thinking less on the toilet paper and more on like the meat and the supplies, but yes,
yeah.
I completely agree.
But still, man.
Well, my theory on the toilet paper thing, because I kept catching myself wanting to go out and buy in like massive amount, and the reason I want to buy a massive amount of toilet paper is because other people are doing it now.
Yeah.
Now, the reason, like my reason isn't because other people are doing it, I want to. It's the fact that it's like, well, fuck. Stop doing that. I have to go in and grab a bunch or else they're all going to be sold out in 2 seconds.
Yeah, then I won't be able to wipe my own ass.
Exactly. A few people did it and then everyone panicked and then started taking their own because other people started doing it and they were fearful of missing out.
The funny thing is that there's a toilet paper factory in New Westminster, which we live in Surrey, which is in Vancouver, BC. New Westminster is 25 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
But because they were seeing shit on the news,
Yeah.
which is predominantly American based, they're like, oh my God, there's going to be a toilet paper shortage here.
Yeah.
And they reacted. Right. At least that's just the information that I have.
The best thing I saw personally, we went to the store and all the toilet paper was gone, but Kleenex was still around. And it was like, if you're really that worried about cleaning your own ass, do you know what Kleenex would just do? Like, if it was that big of a deal, come on.
Well, okay, you know what? The toilet paper thing is a reminder of just how weak we are.
Mm-hmm.
Right? How comfortable, because I can't take credit for this line. This is actually an As I Lay Dying album name, but Comfort Betrays.
Comfort Betrays. Huh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of shit to that because
sorry, then all I could think of was your gargoyle body on the stage on their Instagram.
Just being sneaky. Yeah. Well, yeah, we have such comfortable lives that we want to order that thing on Amazon and it be here like that. So I honestly think that to a degree, if I said you can't do something, it makes you want to do it more. Let's take an example. Okay. Baseball. I know you love baseball. If I said, Bobby, you can't play baseball anymore, you'd be like, screw you. I'm gonna.
They've
play
already
baseball.
taken it away. I already want to murder people.
Yeah, I know. But if you decided one day, you know what, I'm done playing baseball. I retire, so to speak.
Okay, so this is when I'm like, what, 60?
Choices. The ability to make choices has made us, maybe it's made us weaker, because when our choices are taken away, we crumble.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. What do you think?
Processing. I'm trying to think of how your point. Okay. I'm trying to think of an example of that, but I can't at the moment.
Well, here's an example.
Thank you.
Relationships, right? And here I am going on a tangent, but you got Plenty of Fish, you got Tinder, you got Grindr, Rhea, I think. XYZ, right? And you're scrolling through it, you're sitting on the can, hopefully you have some toilet paper, and you're just swiping, boom, 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 choices. So many choices.
It's the dating vending machine.
Whereas 100 years ago, my family would say, okay, Rob, you got to marry this person. Better make it work. Okay. They made the choice for you.
Or there was,
and I didn't have to second guess it. I'm like, wow, this is what I'm doing. Right. Whereas now it's like we're in a relationship and things go a little bit south, but we're like, well, you know what? I can just get back on the Grindr and find somebody else, or Tinder. Or
well, exactly. You'll get if this person isn't going to be nice to me or, validate me.
Yeah. If this person isn't going to give me what I want because I'm the most important person in the world, then I'm going to find somebody else. And that's what this problem is we can't buy toilet paper. Well, that just makes you want it more. Right?
You aren't going to give me my toilet paper? Well,
everybody else is
stock
doing
up.
it.
I'm going back and buying the entire fucking flat.
Yeah. We're consumerists. Right? We can't stop. Our appetite for things is insatiable. And this is such a prime example of it. I'm going on such a rant.
Well, that's why they call it Rob's Rants.
But
I just had a weird thought, but like the actual term consumer, just kind of on a surface level, just kind of sounds like a shopper, right? Oh, you're just a consumer. But to take it into its root, to like consume or like to devour,
ingest.
just one big. Oh, it's like
Yeah, yeah. Just a gross amalgamation. I love that word, amalgamation.
I like the word gross.
But like the blob, when it's just going around sucking up everything.
Yeah.
And then you see the blob, and there's like a park bench in there. There's like cars, just a bunch of garbage. And so we're just a dump upon the earth.
That's true. We are ruining this fucking place. Well, it's pretty funny. And I don't know if ironic's the word, but in Italy and China and all these places that are getting quarantined, animals are coming back to certain places. The pollution's all gone. It was a conspiracy theory technically, but it was just one of those things where they thought it was Mother Nature invented this virus just to cleanse.
Well, of course it did. That's not a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Where the fuck does this come from?
True, I guess. Well,
this is not designed by man.
Right. Do
you know what I mean? Like this is not. This is not a biochemical weapon. This is, who's to say the Earth doesn't regulate itself? Of course it does. What the fuck is a weather system?
What was it?
The Earth is regulating.
Yeah. Was it you that I was talking about the happening with the other day? Yeah, and it's pretty much a movie about how plants get back at humans by essentially making them kill each other. Well, kill each other and kill themselves. But if you haven't seen The Happening, especially at this time, instead of Contagion and all that, put The Happening on Netflix.
Yeah, great shout out, by the way. Way to go against the grain. Well, I agree with you. Like, what if this is our chance to realize, like, and this is kind of my last point, but Donald Trump is saying things like, I want to get the economy back and we're going to be back to work and all this stuff. Like the whole world is in this situation. Everybody's in this situation. We are being brought to our knees by it. The whole world. So banks, I honestly think that we should just, we might have to just freeze everything. What's a week? What's 2 weeks?
Okay, we can't. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, I know you're making a good point, but if you've ever seen Batman and Robin Forever, I think is the one. This is exactly what Mr. Freeze wanted.
Yeah.
Was to freeze the entire world, so he can't give in to his power. So I can't allow that. I'm sorry.
Wait, what's the one bad line? Like, there's many terrible one-liners in that. But he like freezes the cops, and then he looks at them. He's like,
"It's time.
Freeze.
It's time to freeze it. It's time."
Do you know what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. No, it was an asteroid, you idiot. Fuck. Yeah, but no, this idea, we got to get the economy started. And then the one governor or whatever, I don't know who he was saying that old people would gladly give their lives to save the economy, meaning that we should just all go back to work, let the coronavirus spread so it can just take out the old people in the week. And it's like, if that's not some fucking Third Reich Nazi bullshit rhetoric, I don't know what is.
I'm sorry. I'm still giggling over the Ice Age.
The Ice Age.
I can't stop myself. I'm sorry. Oh, that might have been the funniest thing you've ever said.
Wow.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I guess
that was pretty good. Things. Holy shit.
Okay, pull yourself together, Bobby. We're almost there.
All right, I'm good. I think. All right. Well, what's next? What do we do? Do we just sit around some more until this blows over? Till everyone kind of realizes that staying at home and doing nothing is the way to go?
Yeah. I mean, I wonder about crime.
Correct.
You know, I wonder about depression and anxiety. Well, think about it. There's a lot of people that are not mentally well in the world. And being stuck at home, like when we're busy, we go to work, we're driving, you know, to and from work, we go home, we make dinner, we're constantly busy. We're never having to kind of dwell, right? We're never having to kind of ruminate. We just don't have time for it because we're always so go. Right? But now with something like this, suddenly we have a surplus of time to kind of,
reflect.
You know, think about things and focus on them. And then we realize, hey, you know, what the hell kind of thing? Like my life isn't in order. Then what?
Yeah, like people that just live by themselves or have like I'm sure they have friends, but like, you know, like not too many people to talk to kind of thing. But now they're secluded just to themselves for day in, day out. Like that would suck, dude. That would really suck.
Yeah.
And like the first couple days, first week, maybe even the second week, you might be fine. But yeah, dude, I guess I'm happy that I have at least some people around.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing is, you know, making sure that you got a healthy community.
Right. And I guess this is where social media prevails.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a good tool. But again, it's not the only tool.
What are the tools you got?
Well, you know, I guess phones. You have to have somebody else in your quote unquote social distancing circle. You just have to have somebody else. It can't just be you. Because if it is just you, then that can't be healthy.
No, it can't. Unless you have a crazy ass mind and can actually cope with it.
Yeah. Well, you know, in terms of the Buddhists, I've been reading a little bit up on them. But it's not about pursuing good feelings. It's not about avoiding bad feelings. It's about overcoming, you know, kind of all feelings.
And accepting them, right?
Yeah. Just like, this is where I am. I'm in the present moment.
Do you meditate?
And I think that's...
Yeah.
Do I? Oh, yeah. Actually, I wrote a piece on it that I'm going to put on my blog. Because the term meditation, we connotate it to something weird, Eastern, distant, but it's something that we all need to do.
Yeah, I completely agree. And while listening to most of the podcasts that I listen to, it's the one common thing that everyone has is they all meditate.
Yeah. Well, I do the Wim Hof meditation. Have you seen that one? The breathing exercise?
Like 30 in, 30 out kind of idea. And then the retention. Yeah. Yeah, I've...
Dude,
you do that every day?
I try to.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. But hey, we're coming up on 49 minutes here.
I'm coming up on 11% of battery life too.
There you go. Well, Bobby, I know we can't be we're not face to face, but I've enjoyed our conversation.
It feels like a face to face.
Yeah. Well, it'd be good to do this again for our 5 listeners. Because I think it's really important we keep giving them quality 5-star stuff going back to being consumers. Anyways, my friend, you take care.
And you.
And and I'll talk to
Stay
you tomorrow.
sane.
And just remember, we're probably wrong about everything.
Peace out, dude.
Okay. Thanks again, buddy.